to my video. I want to talk about the analog duo, and this is the analog duo. It's under my monitor. I have an ultra wide. It's really cool. It's on right now, so like I can go back, and that's the main screen. I have it jailbroke, and kind of want to go into like why you would want to get this. First off, you have controllers with firmware that you can load right to it, and it would work the same, it's like you would anything else. So anyway, the reason you'd want to get this isn't just because it is $250, but it's pretty cool on that end. But you can just play burnt discs, right? I mean, you can do that on the original, but the issue I had with my original PC Engine Duo is my caps were wrong, and whoever tried to fix the caps did a really terrible job. So I went in afterwards, and it did mitigate much of it, but the audio was broke. So my audio wouldn't work. So I couldn't play any of my games, and I had these already burned. But it does load the CDs, and it's pretty cool that way. And I could do a screen capture, but I don't really feel like that's what I want to do. So it's loading, it's just taking a minute. And with the mod, you can actually have it load the original BIOS as well. But I like this analog BIOS because it goes right into the game without having to press start. It just automatically starts the game without having to do weird shit. But let's go ahead and quit the game. So there we got that. We can also play assets, which is kind of nice too. So playing assets, you have all these games, right? I can play my PC, my Final Lap game. You can also play CD-ROM games. A lot of my stuff doesn't work right. So like if I go in here and these games weren't formatted correctly, so none of them work right. So it kind of would go in and you try to run the same game. It says CD not supported. So that's why I don't really like to, that's why I still have that one on disc. But if I go to CD games, I have these games. And I really do like Fantastic Nights and Dreams. This one's actually a really good CD-ROM game, see? And I don't have to load the CD that way. I don't have to burn it or any of that stuff. I kind of want to do that still. But this game is amazing. It's kind of like Magical Chase. But I think it's a lot better than Magical Chase. And people are like, what? But I do believe this game's way cooler. Yeah. And she does this little thing and you can shoot. I'm just playing with one hand. But it's a pretty badass game. Anyway, it's kind of similar to Magical Chase, but I like it better. Anyway, that game's pretty cool. But another cool thing about it is there was somebody that if you connect a line to a certain spot, so ground point 1 to ground point 18, you can actually make these old PC Engine cards work. But it's really not needed because you can just use the you can just use that. And then I got to pause for a second. I got to find my... Oh, here's my game. So I bought this because I love this game so much. This is my Final Lap twin game. I actually bought the disc and all. When I had this game growing up, I only had Final Lap on... I only had just the card. I didn't have the game thing. I don't even remember what it looked like because I only had this. And then I had Keith's Courage on the disc, and I remember having the CD for that. Trying to get it, sorry. But so there's that. I love these cards. They're kind of neat. But you can actually stick them in. So if I go in here and I stick the game into the console, you kind of have to push. It's kind of weird. And it goes right up to Final Lap Twin. So I can play it right off the thing. And then the CD is down below, so I can pick whichever game I want. So I can play Final Lap Twin. And then here, this is one of the best RPGs ever. I really love this game. But anyway, you can quit the game. And then I can go and I can play Asset, right? And I can actually go back. And I actually have my Final Lap Twin right here. And this is off the mod. So it really doesn't. I didn't really need to buy the full out game, but I really wanted that game because it's just so important to me. So because of the childhood aspect of it. But yeah, I really do miss loading the games like I used to with the cards. But I never really got into the CD part of the game console because we just had the normal TurboGrafx 16. We didn't have the other like stuff that was like there. But like I do enjoy it. What pricing aspect I was going to go into is of why you would want to buy the PC or the Duo over the PC Engine or the Turbo or the TurboGrafx 16. If you go to get a PC Engine or TurboGrafx 16, like my local store for the TurboGrafx 16, it's over $150 just for the console. That's without mods. That's not without that's just with an RF signal thing. So there's no like graphic mod on it at all. You're only stuck with, so for $150 you can only play these games. You can't play CD, and it's gold. Then you can go online and you can get about for $200 or so on eBay. You can get a Duo that may or may not have problems, like I just got. I paid $100 and something for mine with problems, and you may end up with problems, old lasers, old things, shit like that. And then another thing that you can have problems with is okay, after say it works fine, then you have the issue with lasers might go out. So you have to go buy the original like CD player lasers, and you have to replace those, and then you have to turn the dials, and you have to maintenance it. I don't know the longevity of the new Duo or whatever, but anyhow, you can play. You can just play on the Steam Deck or whatever. I do that too, but it's just something about playing on like the original controllers, they're just the original feeling, right? And being able to put the cards in and play. But like, that's my hard time with buying the original console is because you have to mod it, and then if you don't own the console games, and you know how expensive that stuff gets. This game here, just this game right here was $35. And I don't mind paying $35, but like just for one game for $35. And yeah, I could have got a loose copy for $20. But I wanted this. But so you $20 a pop, plus there's games that are over $100, and then the discs on top of that, there's games that are worth over $1,000. It adds up. So of course you're going to need an EverDrive. So then you go out and you buy an EverDrive on the original hardware, right? And then you're screwed, because then you have to like pay the extra money for the most expensive newest one, because the one that plays the CDs games. And yeah, you can get the original Duo or like the original PC Engine, and then you would have to then you can play the discs off that. But it kind of like defeats the purpose of like getting the disc system, because then you're having to do that. But then you end up paying over $250 for a system that can't even do HDMI graphics to your TV, to a current television. So that's my whole argument on the whole PC Engine versus the Duo and the thing. Yeah, is it worth $250? For me, it is. But if you have an existing system and you have it already, it's probably not worth it. But for somebody like me that has an existing system with problems, and then having to move over, I think it was well worth the money for the Duo. You may disagree, but I think it's well worth it, especially with how much the old consoles are versus how much the new one is, how much the PC Engine games are, or TurboGrafx 16 games are, or how much the EverDrive is, whatever. It adds up fast, and just having it all ready to go, and then having the jailbreak. That's the reason I purchased this, was because of the jailbreak. The only thing a jailbreak is lacking is like save states. Other than that, it's great. All right, leave your comments down below. See if you disagree or agree with me. Let me know. All right, thanks for watching, and have a great day, guys.